welcome to another edition of Lab 207 webcast. My name is Mr. Kite, and I'm going to be hanging out with you today as we talk about the case of the best dressed bunny, or wrong clothes at the wrong time. It's going to be a review of a scientific article. So first thing I want to do is introduce you to our topic for the day, which is the snowshoe hare. That's the cute little guy right here on the screen in front of you. Snowshoe hare live in a biome known as the taiga, which has really snowy winters and non-snowy winter or summers. So our snowshoe hare have got a really cool adaptation. In the summer, they have brown fur, which allows them to blend into their surroundings. And then as the snow comes on in the fall, they actually molt their brown fur and grow out a white coat, which allows them to blend into their surroundings. It's all about camouflage. As you've been learning in your unit on climate change, though, the world is getting warmer. And as the world gets warmer, our taiga sees less snow, and the snow falls later in the year and it melts quicker. So there are fewer days a year where there is actually snow on the ground, which is kind of a problem for our bunnies because our bunnies' internal clock says, hey, it's time to change your fur color, which used to match with when there was snow on the ground or not. But because the snow is falling later and melting sooner, the bunny's internal clock isn't matched up with what's actually going on in the environment. So you end up with this mismatched situation where the rabbits may have a white coat when the snow has melted off, which kind of gives us a problem. It's kind of like playing hide and seek where you are suddenly out in the middle of everything and anything can see you. Our rabbits, unfortunately, are a favorite food for things like bobcats and coyotes. And their only real defense against this is to blend into their surroundings. So when there's snow, this rabbit would normally blend in very nicely and would be hard to see. But because the snow is melting before the rabbits are able to change their fur, they're mismatched, which makes them a very easy target for whatever predator is searching for a rabbit meal that day, which has a big consequence for our bunny. If you have more rabbits being eaten because they are easy to see, then there are fewer rabbits around to make more bunnies, which means that over time, your population of bunnies is going to get smaller. Which leaves us the question of whether or not there's hope for our rabbits. Well, there's only two hopes. First one is if somehow we can get climate change under control. If we can reduce the emission of greenhouse gases and maybe slow the rate at which things are warming, it's possible that our rabbits' internal clock can start to adapt to match the change of the seasons. The only other hope is if there is a rapid jump in evolution that causes the bunnies to be able to adapt to the changing seasons more quickly. So, hope that gave you a quick insight into our case of the mismatched bunnies. Thanks for joining us on the Lab 207 webcast. Hope to see you again.